We're living in strange times. Exercise has fallen to the back of many people's minds right now, but it's probably something that we have more time on our hands to do and is potentially more relevant than ever to do. I certainly envisage that at the end of this, there'll be a heightened vigilance with well-being and fitness, but there's some really key factors of why we should try and keep active and maintain some fitness at this time. Physical health is obviously primarily important right now, and hard, high-intensity exercise is probably not advised at this time. There's no races or sports or competitive classes that anyone will be doing. But when you do hard, high-intensity competitive exercise, then that often has an effect on our immune health. It taxes our immune system, it taxes our endocrine system, and that's really somewhere we probably don't want to be going right now. Therefore, I would follow the government guidelines and I would advise people to do moderate intensity exercise on a regular basis. But exercise has many other benefits. Apart from that moderate intensity for physical fitness and immune system health, then actually right now we're living in a stressful world. We've got a lot of anxiety going on about ourselves, our loved ones, our businesses, our jobs, our careers. Therefore, having a way to relax, to get rid of some of these stresses is definitely something that I think people should be taking up on. Right now, the government guidelines in the UK is that it's okay to go and exercise alone outside or with members of your household. Now, you may go out on your bike, you may go for a walk, you may go for a run. But likewise, if you've got families, then why not do something together? Go for a family walk, do something together. If you're fortunate enough to have a garden or some outside space, then certainly running around, playing, being active with these people and these children of yours is a great way to keep fitness and maintain your health through this difficult time. Join in with the kids, do things that you'll find exciting and fun, things that you may not be used to doing, okay? It's all exercise, it's keeping the body active, it's keeping the body moving, and it's keeping you healthy and fit and enjoying the sunshine. Space is often an issue for a lot of people. And if you have a garden and some space and you can set up some little exercises and activities or just walk in, then fantastic, and use that space, but make it fun. It shouldn't be a chore, it shouldn't be a bind. If you're all at home isolating as a family or as an individual, then try to make it fun and exciting. Use some of the exercises with some walking drills or some running drills or something that gets you outdoors and moving. Now, unfortunately, you may be limited for space. That's why many of the exercises that I show later are done on the spot or in locations in the house where you may not expect exercises to be done. But use the resources you have. If you've got stairs, for example, you could do a simple step up where you're just spending time getting the heart and lungs working and the legs pumping in that position. You could use the door and you could do some sort of wall press up or some sort of exercise like a squat using the door to work yourself. Now, those three simple exercises, a little circuit to get your heart rate up for 10-20 minutes will be more than enough for most of you to stay fit, active and healthy through these times. Some of you may have home equipment that you can use for fitness. Some of you might have kettlebells or dumbbells or things that you have, machines that you've got access to. And if you have, brilliant. But you don't need them. You can use everyday things around the house to add elements to your fitness training. Whether you have some simple resistance bands that are cheap and easily available online, and I can show you how they work in some exercises later. Some simple water bottles. You can keep them as water bottles, you can fill them with sand, you can fill them with stones or anything to be a little bit more inventive. Or simply a rucksack, a backpack with some books in it or some things that you can add some weight to it, shopping bags, anything that you can find can be used to make your exercise progressive and a little bit more testing depending on your current fitness levels. If you already follow exercise programs or have favourite exercises from the gym or exercise class that you go to, by all means use those exercises. It's what you feel comfortable with and that you will regularly do. But if you're looking for instruction of the type of things to do, then I suggest 5 big movements are the things you should be focusing on. The first one is some sort of squat. Some sort of movement where you're bending at the knees and you're coming back up. I've shown you how to use it on the wall in the house, but it could be with resistance or anything. It's a fundamental movement that we use every day, every time we sit to stand. So it's a really good one to have as an exercise base that can be done with as much fun as you can include in it. The second one would be some sort of hinge. So rather than me bending at the knees this time I'm bending at my hips. Now at some point you'll need to bend the knees because you'll feel those hamstrings starting to get long. But I may have a water bottles in my hands and maybe bending forward in that position. The third type of movement would be some sort of pressing movement. Now that could be with the water bottles and just pressing forward, or it could be pressing above my head, or for the more adventurous, it could be some sort of press up, push up type movement. The fourth movement would be some sort of pull. So we've done a push, we want to pull something. So I could bend forward, and this time now I pull the weights in towards me, or the shopping bags, or if I have resistance band that's tied off to something, I can pull that resistance band in. You'll see in the little series of videos that I link in later, some of these in action as examples. The final and the fifth movement is some sort of carry. I'm a big fan of moving your body and using some resistance to help you. So picking up shopping bags, water bottles, or anything that you can find to utilize and walking somewhere safe that's safe and you're not going to have any trip hazards or any dangers is a fantastic fifth way to use 5 big basic movements and any variation off there. One of the difficulties in trying to make a simple and short, concise exercise video is it's very difficult to be specific with exercises. Everyone watching will have a different exercise background, will have a different age, ability, fitness levels, and fitness goals. So I want to give you a couple of general ideas to think about. Number one is how you do these exercises. And I suggest a couple of ways. You could just use your body weight if you're a beginner, and you can just build up slowly from there. If you're a little bit more advanced, then some of the resistance things we chatted about earlier can be applied to the same exercises to make them harder. Hope that you find some of those examples and ideas helpful. It's really important to give you a canvas of things that you can do. Many people ask how to do them, and again, that depends on you and your age and your fitness levels. Some people like to do them as individual exercises a couple of times at a very low intensity and move to the next one. Some people like to be a bit more adventurous and turn them into a little circuit. I would suggest with these, you work each exercise that you decide from anywhere from 10 to 60 seconds, depending on your fitness level. And you maybe do them as a little circuit together, grouped together, 2 to 5 times again, depending on your fitness level. That would give you a total workout time of somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes and should be more than enough for what you need right now. Please check out the links attached and visit my social media pages should you want any more specific exercises or other ideas. And please feel free to contact me directly should you want any specific advice or guidance, whether it's to do with exercise or injury. Please stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. We can all get through this together and be in a better physical place to move forward in the future.